Hi, I'm Rita Wells. If you want to learn more about Funny Bōnz, watch this video. I fell in love with the theater when I was just a little girl. My parents used to take us all. I grew up in New York State. My dad worked in Manhattan. He was a cop. And every year they would take us to see the Radio City Music Hall Rockettes. And the stage, the whole thing was just pure magic. And so what first drew me to the stage was dance. I was very shy, but I learned how to tap dance because I wanted to be a rockette. And once I got up on stage, tap dancing, it's like, oh, I like how this feels. But I had also gone to several regional shows as a little girl, and just the whole idea of bringing something to life in front of people on a stage and changing how they felt about themselves, and sometimes something they're considered just in a moment on stage. That's what kind of just brought me to love it. I love being part of the theater world because there are so many personalities and so much talent. Everybody has something to bring to the table. It's not like a regular everyday life where you have the boss up here and then the next guy and the little guy and the little guy. Every single person on a stage or in a production is as important as the next person. Whether you're the lead or the guy that walks across the stage and drops something that someone has to pick up, every part is as important as the others. There are no small parts, only small actors, as they say. I think comedy went from an interest to an obsession, probably in college when life started getting real, and laughter is what brought me out of funk and stuff. It released tension. And after college, I started working in Aspen at a musical comedy review, similar to what this is, but it was a dinner theater. That's what Laffing Matterz was based upon. And this is another iteration of another generation of what came from that. It became an obsession sometime in Aspen, how you could bring an entire room of people from all different backgrounds together. Even more so were the backgrounds different when we were in Fort Lauderdale. It was a more metropolitan area. And you'd see people of every different race, color, and creed laughing their butts off about things that we all just needed to have a little levity upon. I think sketch comedy looks like improv. The actors are bringing to the stage the material, but they're bringing not just the material, but they're bringing personalities with each of the people playing the parts. And that's what brings everything out. We like to create sketch comedy by first getting together and talking about what situations would be funny, and or what do we need to laugh about? What are things that are necessary to laugh about now, and or what really sucks right now, and what's a funny part about that, so it makes it seem not so bad. Then when we have the conversations, we talk about scenarios, and then we get with our writers. And then once we have the script or the sketch, then we just play a little bit. And sometimes things come out of the play that make it more brilliant than ever. And then the technical stuff, we can add technical aspects that even imagine you could consider before as part of the sketch, and now it can be really funny. And I'm not going to give anything away, but just that technical effects in sketches can be really fun. Laffing Matterz was sort of a second generation creation from the Crystal Palace in Aspen, Colorado. I met my husband there, and we lived and worked there he was there 15 years, I was there 11, but we wanted to have a family. We wanted to live a quote unquote normal life in an area where we could afford to buy a house and have a family. And we found an investor that moved us to Fort Lauderdale. And it was the best possible place we could be, smack between Miami and Palm Beach, a really diverse metropolitan area with a large tourism base as well, to help supplement the days. we found the most amazing talent pool here, and we had a nine successful years running there. It was pretty wonderful, but things have to come to a close at some point, and that did end. But I'm grateful for all the time, and now I'm really excited to be bringing it to a different platform. But it works perfectly for the times we're in right now with the COVID pandemic. I first heard about P3 Theater Company from John Peterson. He was the founder, creator, and he was one of my very first cast members when I opened Laffing Matterz in Fort Lauderdale. I have immense respect for John. And when he told me he started this theater company, I was so excited for him. And when he said that we could possibly collaborate again, I jumped at that chance. I was thrilled to work with him again. So John Peterson from P3 Theater Company had approached me about a year ago asking if I would help him create almost Laffing Matterz West in California with his company. And we tossed the idea around, and it was something we were going to look at further down the line. And what ended up happening was the world shut from the pandemic, and John was getting creative and started doing some things online. And it occurred to him that we could do our concept online with the help of his amazing co-creator, also Brian Russell, is making it possible that we can have entertainers in Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Decatur, Illinois, and LA all together on a stage virtually at the same time. It seemed like a really crazy but fun project, and we're excited to see it hopefully succeed. So this Funny Bōnz concept right now is a cast of 8 folks, 5 of whom were original cast members of Laffing Matterz, and 3 newbies. We have come together from all over the country virtually. We've been rehearsing via Zoom and some other technical platforms that I don't even know the name of. And we are producing this show that's basically, it's satirical comedy, poking fun at current events a little bit, pop culture, social situations. It's really important to laugh right now, so we thought Funny Bōnz would be a humorous solution, pun intended. And we have musical sketch comedy. We've got musical numbers, group numbers, solos, sketches, duets. It's really going to be fun. I hope the audience really gets that we're there with them in their living rooms or bedrooms, wherever they're watching, and that though we're apart, we can be together and laugh together. I really want to get that. I want them to have that feeling that they're in an audience, actually there, even though we're not actually there. But we will. It is live. It's not something that's going to be. I mean, parts of it are taped, but we're all going to be there at that time. And I want to be able to feel that, like to feel the love, to feel the laughter together. Theater companies are so important to community. Theater companies can produce material that can bring you back to the past. It can bring you to the future. It can bring, their shows can bring you joy. It's so important. They bring community together, and to see other individuals in front of you, not on a TV screen, but you're seeing them up there giving their souls to you, whether it's in a song and dance or it's in a monologue, a heartfelt monologue. It's just something that you can't get that on television. You can't get that at a movie theater. Live theater is just, it's something that the world needs to keep alive, because there's nothing like it. I hope that Funny Bōnz can continue throughout the year till it's safe to produce virtual productions. And my hope is that P3 Theater Company can one day open a brick and mortar Funny Bōnz, or open their own theater and have a Funny Bōnz aspect at in some way, shape, or form at that theater, whether it's a dinner theater or it's just a show with cocktails, because the show's always better with cocktails. I'm Rita Wells, co-producer of Laffing Matterz in Fort Lauderdale and co-creator of Funny Bōnz with John Peterson and Brian Russell. Join us for Funny Bōnz, the Humerus Solution. Get tickets and more information at P3 Theater Company's website. Thank you.